This is the north side of Sweet Springs East. There's a bit of a wetland here and a nice old cypress tree with some lichen on it. And this is a new, approximately 8-acre extension addition that was acquired by the Audubon, Morro Coast Audubon. You can see there is a small monarch, two small monarchs that just flew by. It may not be readily apparent, but there are many, many birds in the canopy above us. The trees that they want to take out are basically everything you can see from here. The trees in the middle here, they want to, apparently Audubon's plans are to let those die out naturally, and they are either at maturity right now or will soon be, and then pose a risk because they probably could fall over. Who knows? This is the main path to the proposed overlook area. Right now it is fairly wild and unmanicured, and these trees would also be taken out. These are giant cypress. These are at the ends of their life as well, but they still have a little bit left. I have been here on 2 occasions and seen a family of deer, a buck, a doe, and a baby. And I always find it amazing that they're right here. There's a young buck coming down the path. That's Sweet Springs West over there, Sweet Springs Center. And I'm just going to be quiet and see if you can hear the sounds of the birds in the trees. All of these smaller cypress are slated to be chopped down. Anything below 8 inches is slated to be chopped down, and there are many smaller trees. Most of the ground cover here is invasive South African veldtgrass. I can tell you that no one will be missing these, except possibly the deer. Now, this is the area they normally bed down in at night. You can clearly see areas that are depressed in the grasses. This is where I've seen them twice. Here is probably one of those areas, and seeing it in 3D, if you have a 3D version of this video, it really shows it off. So perhaps getting rid of all the grasses is not a great idea. Or maybe we could substitute the veldtgrass for something else that's a native. I don't know. Don't have the answer to that. But what we're walking on here, I believe, would be a decomposed granite walkway, and it would lead to a wooden overlook. I can attest to, I've been out here probably hundreds of times and seen great flocks of wild ducks and other bird life. And as soon as I appeared about here, even if I was walking very slowly and gently, they would just take off. So I cannot imagine the impact a wooden overlook with people constantly coming out here would have. If anything, I would like it to be set further back from the side of the bluff here. These are remnants of some old cypress trees. And this eucalyptus here is one of the trees that would be slated to go. It's habitat for birds, for squirrels, for bugs, and God knows how many other creatures. This is an incredible tree because it's actually growing. I can't figure out how it's growing, but it's clinging on to life. And by the way, everything you see here, this is a giant Chumash Indian shell mound. It's approximately 100 feet across and who knows how many feet deep. This is where they used to sit and open their shells, their clam shells. But I'm going to give you another view of this tree here to give you an idea of how big it actually is. And this is the outflow of the freshwater outflow, and at high tide when the seawater flows in, this is the main channel that goes in and out of the Sweet Springs marsh. You can see in the distance there are 5 great egrets over there. Right now the water seems to be at a standstill, so it's probably the tide is changing. That's central Sweet Springs. So the majority of the trees we're seeing here on this side would disappear during the proposed removal. It's a very active and vibrant and thriving environment the way it is right now. So I just wanted to give you this little bit of a tour just to give you an idea. Now here is a good example. There are a number of birds here in this tree. I'm going to stop talking. You can hear them for yourself. So all of these grasses, from what I understand, would be eliminated and replanted with native plantings. Out of this entire plan, I feel that that's probably one of the better things that could be done, because veld grass doesn't provide a very good habitat for most anything. Unless you're a zebra or a giraffe, they love veld grass. But we don't have any of those here. Although perhaps we can import them and keep them here in cages and they could eat all the veld grass. This is a number of oak trees here. I'm not sure if these are slated for removal, but everything in front of you here is everything within a 10-year period, or so we have been told. We don't want to end up like this, do we?